Alicia says the last thing she would ever do is intentionally burn her stepson, and her husband, Troy, believes her. But the child's mother, Rose, doesn't. She says she took the boy to the hospital and they found a second-degree burn on his face. Now, Rose wants justice for her child and wants Troy to stop defending the abuser. Take a look.
I'm here because I believe Alicia burned my child. It happened 2 weeks ago when my son was in Alicia's care. My son came back with a burn and a bandage on his face. I asked my son, what happened to your face? He said, Mama, Alicia did it. I look at him and I cried. I'm sorry. After that, I took my baby to the hospital to get him checked out. The doctor said it was a second-degree burn. And they started asking him questions. And he said Alicia did it. And Alicia said she was rubbing this towel on my baby's face, and that's how he got this burn. I don't know where it came from, but I know it didn't come from a towel. I also think Alicia kept my baby from school to hide the burn for a whole week. Troy and I dated for 4 years, and we have 2 kids. Now Troy is married to Alicia, and I feel as though she's trying to take my kids away from me. When I confronted Troy and Alicia about my son's face, they denied everything. Alicia says that I'm an unfit mom and that I don't take care of my kids, but it's actually Troy that needs to step up. I am hurting right now. I need to know if she actually burned my child.
Rose accuses you of burning her son.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to do the standing up. Okay. So you're the boy's stepmom, right?
Yes.
Did you burn your stepson?
No, I would never burn my stepson. I took care of him. Ever since he'd been with us since last year, the beginning of the school year, I took him to school. I feed him. I help him with his homework. I buy him clothes. I buy him shoes. She don't do nothing. Nothing. I would never, ever do anything like that to him.
How did he get the mark on his face?
He usually gets like this, like mucus on his eyelashes, and it wasn't coming off. Like I sent him to wash his face off, it wouldn't come off. So I do it. First I used a wet rag. It wasn't good. It was getting more tackier. So I used the dry rag, and once I finished, I saw that he was getting a little abrasion under his eye. I sent him to school the same day. I put ointment on. After it happened, I cried because I felt bad.
Because you thought maybe you
that
caused an injury, but you didn't
right,
mean to.
I didn't mean to, and I felt bad. And it's bad enough he already has a big burn on his face from being in his mother's care.
He has a big permanent scar on his face.
A permanent scar.
And that's from when?
He was in her care at 6 months.
Okay. Because what happened? How did that injury occur?
She said that he pulled the iron down on himself. He's 6 months. He can barely hold his head up. He can barely crawl at that age. So how could he have crawled over to some? What situation did you have him in that he was that close to her iron that he could do that to himself?
And just we're not going to show the child, obviously, but just so the people at home can understand, I watched some videotapes that you made, and the child has a huge scar.
If they had taken him to the hospital, they could have done something about that.
So do you believe that Rose is a neglectful mother?
Yes,
I do. Why do you believe that?
Because sending him to school, he has holes in the bottom of his shoes. She sends him with no socks on. His feet are filthy. He doesn't brush his teeth. It's the basic stuff that you need to do for a child she doesn't do.
Let's meet the mother of the child. Let's meet Rose.
He grabbed the iron and it hit his face and his arm. No. I took him to the hospital.
What
the papers? Oh, I got them.
Why you
and first of all, you is not the mother, so you shouldn't even worry about that.
Okay, but he's in my home, and that's my husband's child, and I love him just like he is mine.
Yeah, but you trying to take my place, taking pictures.
Please. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to. You lie about everything.
I do
Every time we try to come to you nicely.
And because of this incident, your son now has a permanent scar on his face.
Yes.
And
I regret it every day of my life when I see his scar.
Yeah.
I apologize to my baby every time I see that scar because it was my mistake. No. I love my kids to death.
I can't imagine you would want that for your child. I'm sure you made a horrible mistake.
Yes, sir.
And that's a mistake that he has to live with, and you do too.
Yes, sir.
He's got a bad scar on his face. But now you're here because you say that he got another burn, and you didn't intentionally try to cause the burn your son's face, right?
No.
And you think that she did?
Yes. Yes.
See, I got a problem with that, and I just met her. I don't know if either one of you women would want to cause a burn to this kid's face.
No.
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 And I'll say this about Alicia. When watching the tape and everything, she's got tears in her eyes, and I don't think she's faking it. You know what I mean? I think she loves her son.
I do.
I think the whole situation.
And at one point, I loved you too.
Okay.
Oh, I loved you too, but you're a backstabber.
Okay.
You was a backstabber, baby.
Okay.
You're a backstabber.
And I was there for
and
you.
You lied. You lied.
Come on, man. That's
me.
crazy.
What I do think is that maybe this show started out as a burn on the face, but I believe it could have been an accident. It was an accident?
Yeah, it was an accident.
She said an
I would
accident.
never intentionally do some stuff like that. What kind of mess is that?
Right.
Well, you should have called.
But now the child's kind of a pawn because child goes over, gets some things, child's going back, oh, you gotta leave the things here. He's a boy, and I don't have to tell either one of you. I mean, you're both, your stepmom, your mom, boys lose stuff, boys, maybe they don't brush their teeth. I mean, that's it, man. I mean, come on. Your mom's here?
Yes.
Okay, let's meet your mom.
You little lying piece of lard. Hey, Steve, how you doing, hon?
Good. You know what, ma'am? I know the show started out with Alicia being accused of burning your grandchild's face. And I gotta say, maybe she's lying. Maybe she did try to burn the kid's face, but she says it was an accident.
It's not an accident because why did you hold him from school?
First of all,
why did you hold him from school and not telling the mother?
She was not answering
not
the phone.
calling
You
the
were not
mother.
around when they were handling her.
And the father is allowing all of this.
Please.
Okay. Now, please. Troy.
Try
Do
again.
you believe that Alicia caused injury to your child on purpose? She says she was cleaning your son's eyes. She caused an injury. She felt bad about it, but she didn't do it intentionally. And you know what? And I'm not even involved in
my wife did that.
But I believe that she loves your son. And I think
I didn't care
but I don't believe that we're all here because of this injury.
My wife would do anything
like the
my child before she do for me.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't believe we're all here because of a burn on the face. I don't believe that. I believe that, there's a lot of back and forth about clothes and shoes and everything else. You know what? Once you give somebody shoes or clothes, especially children, and they're going back and forth, let the kid have the damn shoes and clothes.
Exactly.
So when he's in our custody, then what?
So you know what, Alicia?
Then what?
So what we're gonna do is, here at the show, hold on, stop. What we're going to do, the Steve Wilkos show, is gonna buy this little boy some clothes, some shoes, some socks.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. I just want to do this for the boy, and I want, don't anybody take it away from him. Let him have it. It's from me.
We don't have a problem with him having the stuff.
All right. So, but you're here because of this burn. You want to find out if Alicia did this. And she came here, and we asked her, did you burn your stepson? And she said no. We asked her, are you fabricating a story about the towel to cover up the burn on your stepson's face? She said no. The results came back for both questions the same, and they came back that Alicia told the truth.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
What you want?
Thank you! Thank you! Please! So exactly!
It takes a village to raise a child, right? Not just parents, it takes a village, right? And You got one village right now. This is a young boy. He's a pawn between his mother and his stepmother. He is. And you're playing games with clothes and shoes and all kind of other stuff. And I said this and you said that. The fact of it is, you better all grow up. I would be embarrassed if I was anybody on the stage and my son or my daughter saw me acting like the way everybody's acting on stage. I'd be ashamed. Everybody on the stage knows better, too. You can work together, and life will go much smoother, and your son will be happier, or you can do this, and you can fight over every little damn thing. I hope that someday you can act civil to each other, because this show wasn't just about the burn on the face. There's a lot of hurt feelings there. There's a lot of crap going back and forth. But if you think about the boy and just do that, you guys will much be better off. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too.